Have you ever wondered how the Indian economy, as we know it today, came into existence? Let's take a step back in time to the days of the Indus Valley Civilization, one of the world's earliest urban civilizations, which thrived around 2500 BCE. This was an agrarian society, where agriculture was the main economic activity. The barter system was prevalent, and trade relations extended as far as Mesopotamia. Fast forward to the Mauryan period, around 300 BCE. The Arthashastra, an ancient Indian treatise on statecraft, economic policy, and military strategy, brought about significant changes. It advocated for an active role of the state in the economy, outlining detailed policies on taxation, labor, and commercial activities. Next, we venture into the Mughal era, a period marked by relative peace, stability, and economic growth. The economy was primarily agrarian, with craft industries also playing a significant role. Trade flourished, both domestically and internationally, with the Mughal Empire being renowned for its production of textiles and spices. The landscape of the Indian economy dramatically shifted with the advent of British colonial rule. The economy transitioned from a self-sufficient and flourishing one to a colonial economy, designed to serve the interests of the British Empire. The primary focus shifted to the production of raw materials for the industries in Britain, leading to the decline of local industries. This period also saw the introduction of new systems of land revenue and taxation. Thus, from an agrarian society to a colonial economy, the seeds of the modern Indian economy were sowed. The journey of the Indian economy is a testament to its resilience and adaptability, surviving and evolving through the ages. And it's this very journey that has shaped the Indian economy as we know it today. With independence in 1947, a new chapter began in the story of the Indian economy. The nation, fresh from the shackles of colonial rule, sought to chart its own economic path. This led to the adoption of a mixed economy model, a strategic blend of socialism and capitalism. India embarked on a journey of self-reliance, aiming to strike a balance between public and private sectors. This meant that while the government took the reins of key industries, private enterprises also had their space to grow. The focus was on public sector enterprises, often referred to as the temples of modern India. From steel and coal to telecommunications and banking, the government was at the helm, driving the nation towards industrialization. The 5-year plans, inspired by the Soviet model, became the roadmap for India's economic growth. These plans, initiated in 1951, aimed at boosting the nation's GDP, reducing unemployment, and improving the standard of living. They focused on areas such as agriculture, industry, and social services. However, the journey was far from smooth. The initial years of independence were fraught with economic challenges. The partition of the country had left the economy in shambles. The country faced a severe food crisis, and the industrial sector was underdeveloped. Moreover, India was grappling with the balance of payments crisis, a situation where the nation's payments to other countries exceeded its receipts. This led to a substantial drain of foreign exchange reserves, creating a financial crunch. Despite these hurdles, the Indian economy showed resilience. It managed to achieve a modest growth rate, thanks to the agricultural reforms and industrial policies. However, the economic challenges were a wake-up call. They served as a reminder that the path to economic self-reliance was not easy, and that radical changes were needed to keep the economy afloat. In the face of these challenges, India took a bold step that transformed its economy. The year 1991 marked a turning point in India's economic journey. But what happened? Picture this. India, in the early 90s, was in the midst of a severe economic crisis. The country's foreign exchange reserves had dwindled, threatening its ability to finance essential imports and service its international debt. It was a period of great uncertainty and apprehension. Then came the momentous shift. The Indian government decided to introduce a series of measures known as economic liberalization, aiming to transform the economy from a closed, state-controlled system to an open, market-oriented one. This was a bold step, signaling a departure from the past economic policies. The liberalization process encompassed three key elements: liberalization, privatization, and globalization, often referred to as the LPG reforms. The government reduced import restrictions and tariffs, encouraging international trade. It also eased regulations on private businesses, allowing them to grow and compete globally. The public sector, which had once dominated the economy, was scaled back, and private enterprises were allowed to flourish. The impact was significant and far-reaching. The opening up of the Indian economy led to a surge in foreign investment. Multinational corporations started setting up operations in India, bringing in not only capital, but also technology and management practices. The private sector grew and became more competitive, contributing substantially to the country's GDP. India's trade also expanded dramatically. The country started exporting a diverse range of goods and services, from textiles and pharmaceuticals to software and engineering services. The liberalization measures also spurred the growth of the middle class, which began to enjoy a wider range of goods and services, both domestically produced and imported. These reforms, however, were not without their challenges. There were concerns about the widening economic inequality and the impact on the country's small-scale industries. But the overall consensus is that the benefits of liberalization far outweighed the drawbacks. These reforms set the stage for a period of rapid economic growth in India. The country's economy, once on the brink of collapse, was transformed into one of the fastest-growing in the world. The story of Indian economic liberalization is indeed a testament to the power of change and adaptation. Scene script. Fast forward to today, where does the Indian economy stand? In the global economic landscape, India is a vibrant player with an impressive growth story. The Indian economy has undergone significant transformations over the years, evolving from an agriculture-based economy to a diversified one with a strong foothold in sectors such as information technology, services, and manufacturing. Today, the IT industry is a key pillar of the Indian economy. India is recognized as the world's top sourcing destination for IT, accounting for approximately 55% of the global services sourcing business. The services sector, too, has witnessed phenomenal growth, contributing more than 60% to India's gross domestic product. The manufacturing sector, under the Make in India initiative, is also on an upward trajectory, aiming to make India a global manufacturing hub. However, it's not all smooth sailing. The economy faces its share of challenges, including unemployment and income inequality. Unemployment remains a pressing issue, with a significant portion of the population still in search of stable, gainful employment. Income inequality, too, is a persistent challenge. While the economy has grown, the fruits of this growth have not been evenly distributed, leading to a widening gap between the rich and the poor. In the global economy, India holds an interesting position. It is the world's fifth largest economy by nominal GDP and the third largest by purchasing power parity. It's also one of the fastest-growing major economies, with an average annual growth rate of around 7% over the last decade. The Indian economy's potential for future growth is significant. With a young population, a burgeoning middle class, and an entrepreneurial spirit that is fostering innovation, India is well positioned to maintain its growth trajectory. Despite the challenges it faces, it's important to remember that India's economy is dynamic and resilient. So, where does the Indian economy stand today? It stands as a vibrant, growing economy with its fair share of challenges. But with its strengths and potential, it's an economy that can't be ignored on the global stage. Despite challenges, the Indian economy holds a promising future. What lies ahead for the Indian economy in the 21st century? A question that invites us to look beyond the horizon to the future that brims with potential and challenges. India's economy is on an upward trajectory, fueled by the twin engines of digitalization and a booming startup culture. Digitalization is revolutionizing every sector, from agriculture to finance. It's bridging the urban-rural divide, bringing the remotest corners of the country into the economic mainstream. It's fostering innovation, opening new avenues for growth, and creating jobs for millions. Alongside, the startup culture is flourishing, with India being home to the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. These startups are not just generating wealth, but are also addressing some of India's most pressing challenges, be it in healthcare, education, or waste management. They're transforming India into an innovation hub, a place where ideas come to life. But the path to the future is not without its bumps. India is grappling with issues like income inequality, unemployment, and environmental degradation. However, the Indian economy has shown time and again that it can navigate these challenges. It's betting on sustainable development, striving for a model that balances economic growth with social equity and environmental protection. The Indian economy is also investing in its most valuable asset, its people. It's nurturing talent, fostering entrepreneurial spirit, and building a skilled workforce that can drive the economy forward. So, what does the future hold for the Indian economy? It's a future where technology and innovation go hand in hand with sustainability and inclusivity. It's a future where India continues to rise, fueled by the energy, creativity, and resilience of its people. The journey of the Indian economy is a testament to its resilience and potential. As we look forward, the future is ripe with opportunities. And as we stand at this juncture, we're reminded that the future is not just something that happens to us, it's something we create. And in the story of the Indian economy, we all have a part to play.